Children, today we begin with the new chapter Circle, page number 76. Now look at this figure 6.1. There are few terms which we need to understand before we start with the lesson. These are the terms. First of all, let's understand what a circle is. The set of points in a plane which are equidistant from a fixed point in the plane is called a circle. What it means is, if I have a set of points like this, like A, B, C and D, which are equidistant from a fixed point in the plane. So all these points are at a fixed distance. They are equidistant. Equidistant means they are at equal distances from one particular point. Now that point is P, which is the center of the circle. So from the center of the circle, all these points, if you look at, are all at equal distances. They are equidistant. And this set of points forms in the plane forms the circle. Okay, that's how the definition of a circle goes. Now the terms that are related with the circle, first thing, the fixed point is called the center of the circle. So here in this case, P is the center, that's the fixed point. Next, the segment joining the center of the circle to any point on the circle is called the radius. So if I join any point from the center to a point on the circle, so in this case PA, PC, PB or PD, all this it's called as the radius of the circle. Okay, the distance of a point on the circle from the center of the circle is called the radius. The segment joining any 2 points of the circle is called a chord. So suppose if I were to join any 2 points on the circle, now in this case, for example, BC, take any 2 points on the circle, join it. This segment is called as the chord. A chord passing through the center of a circle is called the diameter. So if I were to have the chord, which means any 2 points on the circle which are connected and it passes through the center of the circle, then it's called as the diameter, and a diameter is the largest chord of the circle. So these are the following points, which are terms which you should be knowing: center of the circle, what is radius, what is diameter, what is a chord. Okay. Now we come to few more terms. For example, the first one, congruent circles. What it means is, if you have two circles which have got the same radii, both circles having the same radius, they are called congruent circles. Concentric circles are circles having the same center. So if I look at this figure 6.2, you have different circles, but they have the same center. Of course, they will have different radii. Such circles are called concentric circles. Third, circles intersecting at a point. Now in this case, you find the two circles are intersecting at one common point. Here it is intersecting externally and here it is intersecting internally. Now this is circles intersecting in 2 points as shown here. Okay. Now after this we come to the next important theorem, the first important theorem of this chapter on page number 77. The theorem says a perpendicular drawn from the center of a circle on its chord bisects the chord. So what it means is, what are you given, what the theorem says, if you have a circle with center O and OP is a perpendicular that is drawn to a chord AB, then it bisects it. Bisects means AP is equal to PB. So what are you given in this theorem? What will you write for given? AB is a chord of a circle with center O and OP is perpendicular to AB. What must you prove? I must prove AP is congruent to PB. We have to prove that this perpendicular bisects the chord. So I have to prove AP congruent to PB. Okay. Now what is a proof? For construction, we draw OA as well as OB. When you look at these two triangles OPA and OPB, you find angle OPA is congruent to angle OPB. What is the reason? Because OP is perpendicular to AB. Okay, that is given. Next, OP congruent to segment OP is a common side. Then, hypotenuse OA is congruent to hypotenuse OB because it is the radius of the same circle. Therefore, the two triangles OPA is congruent to triangle OPB by the hypotenuse side test, and therefore PA congruent to PB by CACT. Okay, this is how the theorem is proved. So children, it's a very important theorem for you to understand. A perpendicular which is drawn from the center of a circle to a chord bisects it. The next theorem on the next page is the converse of it. What is the converse of this theorem? The segment joining the center of a circle to the midpoint of its chord is perpendicular to the chord. So the converse, here it is given that you have a segment which is connecting the center of a circle to a chord. Okay, and this segment bisects it is given to you. So AP equal to PB is given. What must you prove? You have to prove that OP is perpendicular to AB. That means angle OPA equal to angle OPB is 90 degree is what you have to prove. Okay, now for this proof what you can do is, we will again draw segment OA and OB. Consider the two triangles AOP and BOP. You are given AP is congruent to PB, OP congruent to OP common side, OA congruent to OB, they are the radii of the same circle. Therefore, the two triangles are congruent by SSS test. Okay. Therefore, angle OPA congruent to angle OPB by CACT. Consider them to be X. Let both the angles be represented as X. If I add both these angles, x plus x, 2x is equal to 180 because A dash P dash B, it's a angle and they are angles in linear pair. So if 2x equal to 180, x is equal to 180 by 2, which is 90 degrees. Now in this case, they have taken the angles measures as it is. You can also replace it by saying they are x and then write finally that angle OPB is 90 degrees. Therefore, segment OP perpendicular to chord AB. So children, these are the main two theorems, that is the theorem and its converse. So for the theorem says that a line segment, the perpendicular drawn from the center of a circle to a chord bisects it. The converse says that the line segment joining the center of a circle to the midpoint of a chord is perpendicular to the chord. Okay, so that's the theorem and its converse. We come to the exercise, the first question of exercise 6.1. Okay, now the first question of exercise 6.1 is like this. The question says, we'll first go through the question. Distance of chord AB from the center of a circle is 8 centimeter. Length of the chord AB is 12 centimeter. Find the diameter of the circle. So you are given, if I draw a circle like this, you are given that the chord AB is 12 centimeter. The distance of the center to a point on the chord is distance of the chord AB from the center of the circle is 8. So this distance OP is 8 centimeter. The distance of the chord AB is 12 centimeter. Now this length OP is drawn perpendicular to the chord AB. This is 8. This is 12. Now we know the solution. Segment OP perpendicular to chord AB is given. Now OP is equal to, see OP, it's not OP, it's AP equal to half of AB. Okay, so this children, this is AP. AP is equal to half of AB. See, this distance is half of AB. So half of, the reason perpendicular drawn from the center of a circle to a chord bisects the chord. Therefore AP equal to PB equal to half into 12, which is 6 centimeter. Now in triangle OPB, you know this angle is 90 degree, this PB is 6 centimeter, this is 8 centimeter. Use Pythagoras theorem to solve it. You get OB is equal to root 100, which is 10. And what is this OB? That is the radius of the circle. So radius is 10 centimeter. You have been asked to find the diameter. So twice the radius, answer is 20 centimeter. Okay. We go to the second question. Diameter of a circle is 26 centimeter. Length of the chord of the circle is 24. Find the distance of the chord from the center. Now, all these questions are very similar. Out of these three values, you will be given any two. You have to find the third using Pythagoras theorem. Now, in the second question, they have given you the diameter. Find the radius by making it half. So, 26 becomes 13. Length of the chord is 24 centimeter. So this is how you need to do. Radius is 13. The chord is 24. So we know this distance from the center, it is perpendicular and therefore it bisects the chord. So 24, this is 12, this is 12. This radius is 13, this is 12. I need to find out OM. Again, use Pythagoras theorem. 169 minus 144 is 25. Therefore, OM is 5 centimeter. Distance of the chord from the center of the circle to the chord, this distance is 5 centimeter. Okay, so this is how you need to do. So as I told you, all these questions, out of these three you are given two, you have to find the third. Question number 3. Radius of a circle is 34 centimeter. Distance of the chord from the center is 30 centimeter. Find the length of the chord. See, now this is the third way of asking the same question. You are given that the radius is 34 centimeter. This distance is 30. That is the distance from the center to the chord is 30. You have to find out the distance of the chord. So I will first find out Pn using Pythagoras theorem, and I will double it to get the distance of the chord, because I know that the perpendicular bisects it. So whatever value is Pn, the same is Pm also. I'll add both and I'll get the distance of the chord. So use Pythagoras theorem. I get 34 square minus 30 square. So there are two ways to do this, children. I have done both. 34 square is 1156, 30 square is 900. You subtract, you get 256. Find the square root. 16 centimeter is Pn. Therefore, double 16 plus 16, 32 centimeter is the length of the chord. Another method to do is this. Once I have got 34 square minus 30 square, use the formula a square minus b square. So that's a minus b into a plus b. 34 minus 30 is 4. 34 plus 30 is 64. Find the square root. 4 into 64. Square root of 4 is 2. Square root of 64 is 8. 2 into 8 is 16. So this is another method to do this sum. Whichever you feel is easy, which you can understand, you can follow it and do the sum. Okay. So you get your answer 32 centimeters. So that's question number 3. We go to the next question number 4. That is, radius of a circle with center O is 41 units. Length of the chord PQ is 80 units. Find the distance of the chord from the center. Now again here you are given the radius is 41 units. This whole distance of the chord is 80. Now find this distance. We know this will be a perpendicular to the chord and hence it will bisect it. Therefore this will be 40 units. This is 41. This is 40. I can find out what is OM. Okay. So yes. Now once I have got this is 40, use Pythagoras theorem. 41 square minus 40 square is 81. Root 81 is 9 units. Therefore, distance OM is 9 units. So if you observe, children, all these questions that are there in the exercise are exactly similar. Okay. It's just that one of the three values you will have to find out. Let's go to the last question of this exercise, number 5. In figure 6.9, this is the figure. You are, the center of two circles is O. Chord AB of the bigger circle intersects the smaller circle in points P and Q. Show that AP is equal to BQ. So this is the figure. This is the perpendicular drawn from the, this is the construction that we'll draw. Draw segment OM perpendicular to AB. Okay. And A dash M dash B. Now for proof, what we will do is, segment OM is perpendicular to AB. That's by construction. So since OM is drawn perpendicular to the chord, we know it bisects it, and therefore AM is equal to MB. That is point number 1. Second, OM is also perpendicular to PQ, right? Therefore PM is equal to QM. Again, perpendicular drawn from the center bisects the chord. Now look at equations 1 and 2. I have AM equal to BM, PM equal to QM. Subtract. Subtract equation 2 from 1. That's AM minus PM equal to BM minus QM. What will you get when I subtract AM minus PM? I get AP. Similarly, what do I get when I subtract BM minus QM? When I subtract BM, see, BM minus QM, when I subtract, I get BQ. And hence I get AP is equal to BQ. Why? Because A dash P dash M, P dash Q dash M. They fall in a straight line. So this is how I need to prove question number 5. Okay. Now question number 6 is not there for you. That is omitted. So from exercise 6.1, you have question numbers 1 to 5. So children, what is important here is to learn both the theorems well, the proofs really well, and do all the questions 1 to 5 from exercise 6.1. Okay. That's it for today, children. Thank you.